welcome. This is the big exit poll that could produce potentially a big surprise, or so is the buzz already in the political marketplace. That's right. The India Today, My India Axis exit poll on Haryana. Yesterday we turned to Maharashtra, which was a landslide for the BJP, Shiv Sena alliance. What is Haryana going to throw up? A state that Rahul in the past has been known to throw up the odd surprise.
Oh, absolutely. Since yesterday, my phone's been buzzing non-stop. Every person in Haryana and outside calling to know why India Today and Access My India didn't put out the numbers. Rajdeep, I'm sure the same was the case with you. We held those numbers back for a very good reason. That's to go out all through the day today and get a sense, once again, in a post-poll study fashion, what the mood on the ground was. We're not going to give out our numbers just yet. We want to show you first what the other networks have been saying. This is where we stand when it comes to Haryana, just minutes before we put out the results of the India Today Access My India exit poll for Haryana. CNN News 18 and Ipsos said that the BJP will get 75 seats. Remember, Haryana is a 90-seat assembly. ABP and C Voters said that the BJP would get 68 to 76 seats. Times Now said that the BJP would get 71 seats. NewsX said BJP would get 75 to 80 seats, the Congress between 9 and 12. Jan Ki Baat, Republic TV said BJP would get 52 to 63, Congress between 15 and 19. TV9 Bharatvarsh Cicero said BJP would get 69, the Congress 11. So the least number that the BJP is expected to bag, according to the exit polls that are already out, is 52. That's the lowest number. It goes up past 80. The Congress could come down to as little as 9. That's where things stand. Pradeep Gupta joins us. I hope you got a helmet and a bulletproof jacket on as well, Pradeep, because things are going to get wet. This is going to be like Perth and Durban. The ball's going to swing all over the next 2 hours. Why did you hold the data back? What did you do all through the day today?
See, Rajdeep, yesterday we did the poll in the field, but I was not convinced at the end of the day, and I decided let's redo it and make sure about our number and then come out with the comprehensive and conclusive exit poll.
Rajdeep, has this ever happened?
It has.
Holding back data for a day?
I think it has. It has happened with small states. I think what viewers need to understand is actually the smaller the state, the more difficult to predict. Yes. So if you're in a state like Goa with 40, or in a state like Chhattisgarh, which I'm going to use today through this program as a potential parallel, or indeed Haryana with 90. Once you're below 100, Rahul, then what happens for Pradeep is that even a marginal swing here and there can make all the difference. You know, you don't get a uniform pattern as you get in a large state like Maharashtra. And that's why I think Pradeep was very wise, because it's a one-day poll. Remember, polling started at 7 a.m. in the morning in Haryana, finished at 6. Polling has been slightly lower in large parts of Haryana compared to previous polls. So, how do I predict by 6 in the evening, which was our deadline, exactly what's happening in Haryana? So I think it is sometimes better to be safe rather than to be sorry in a state like Haryana.
Let me introduce you to the other panelists who are joining us on this broadcast. I want to welcome first my colleague and the National Affairs Editor for Aaj Tak, Ashok Singhal. He's a true blue Haryanvi, so we've got him in the studio. Ashok ji, welcome.
Smile karo tu.
He's very worried.
See, Ashok, he's like Manohar Lal Khattar. Bade serious lagte ho.
No, his own professional, he's got a satta going on the side. His own professional prestige is also at stake. Shankar Iyer joins us. I want to go across the other side. We've got Preeti Chaudhary joining us, another Haryanvi. She's been out on a motorcycle. Do you come to office nowadays, Preeti, in your motorcycle, or you're coming in a car?
No, I'm coming in a car. The pollution is too bad in there.
The motorcycles only for Haryana and Maharashtra. India Today's National Affairs Editor Rahul Srivastav is here as well. For a political perspective, we're joined by Gaurav Bhatia, national spokesperson of the BJP. He's smiling at this moment, but that's also because he hasn't seen the data just yet. But the BJP is hoping that no matter what India Today and Access show in the data, in the end, aayega to Modi. It may not be 75, it may be a little less, but in the end, they're hoping that the BJP will cross the finishing line. Is that going to happen? I want to just take a moment to build up and ask Ashok Singhal to start with. what you sampled when you went out. You were traveling across Haryana. This is your state. I saw your interview with the Chief Minister. आपने क्या देखा ज़मीन पे?
देखिए राहुल, मैंने खाट पंचायत भी की, काफ़ी प्रोग्राम्स किए जो कि लोगों के बीच में जा करके कई डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स में मैं गया, कई तरह के मुद्दे थे। बीजेपी ने कोशिश की धारा 370, जम्मू कश्मीर, पाकिस्तान, तमाम इश्यूज़ को लेके आई, जबकि कांग्रेस ने मुद्दा बनाया वहाँ पे लोकल इश्यूज़ को, खट्टर सरकार की डेवलपमेंट को। तो लोग ये कह रहे थे कि लोकल इश्यूज़ पे फोकस करना चाहिए। दोनों वर्जन थे, क्योंकि खट्टर से जब मैंने इंटरव्यू किया एक गांव में जाकर के, बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट थे। उन्होंने कहा कि 75 पार तो इस बार जाएगी।
खट्टर की इमेज कैसी है वहाँ पे?
खट्टर की इमेज बहुत अच्छी है, ईमानदार और शरीफ उनको कहा जाता है। शुरुआती डेज में बहुत प्रॉब्लम थी जब वो मुख्यमंत्री बने थे, पार्टी के भीतर भी बगावत थी, सवाल उठ रहे थे उनकी कार्यशैली को लेकर के, लेकिन उसके बाद उन्होंने स्टेब्लिश किया नॉन जाट जो वोट बैंक है उसको कंसोलिडेट किया। जो लाल थे, बंसीलाल, भजनलाल, देवीलाल, उसके बाद मनोहर लाल, उन्होंने सरनेम भी हटा दिया था, खट्टर मनोहर लाल के नाम से जाने गए। और एक नया लाल हरियाणा में ये कहा गया कि नए लाल आए हैं। और नरेंद्र मोदी ने जब रैली की थी, फर्स्ट रैली की थी वहां पर रोहतक में, तो उन्होंने कहा नमोहर करके नाम दिया था उनका, कि अपने आप से एसोसिएट करके मनोहर लाल खट्टर को मोदी ने जोड़ा था।
You know, I think what is very clear, and this is why whatever we now bring out in a little while will be fascinating. Look at Lok Sabha. BJP wins all 10 seats in Haryana, 58% of the vote. If you translate that into Vidhan Sabha, they've won 79 out of the 90 constituencies. The INLD was reduced to less than 2%. So you've got a potential BJP wave state. Everything. Mr. Modi's popularity is very high in Haryana. Issues like Article 370 and national security you would expect would resonate in a state with a large service population close to Delhi. So everything, Preeti, points to a BJP landslide. Look at all the polar polls we are putting out. The average, if you take up those polls of polls, it's already well over 60,
Preeti,
65.
before we told you about the results of the India Today Access My India numbers, when you came back on your motorcycle, what perception did you come back with?
I don't know the numbers. Do you know the numbers of Access My India poll?
No, we're not telling you the numbers, but what we want to
We
know
gave
from
her
you-
a sense. She now has a sense. I want to know what's the undiluted version you picked up from the ground.
Okay, what I think, and I'll give you a few anecdotes on why I think it. In one line, if I have to say it, if this is an election which is a Jat versus non-Jat election, it's a sweep by the BJP. If it is an election where the other Jat and others get fractured, then we have a contest on their hand. Why do I say this is because while I was going this, I traveled from the Jat belt and we went up north, which is the Punjabi-speaking Haryanvi belt. And when you talk about national issues, they resonated in Maharashtra. So I've had someone in Maharashtra tell me कि चलिए घर में खाना नहीं है तो ठीक है, देश की स्थिति ठीक होनी चाहिए, मोदी साहब ही कर पाएंगे. In Haryana, where where the Prime Minister does a rally and mentions 370 in Meham, where Haryana has the highest percentage of unemployment. When I go to a university in Rohtak, which is once again the heart of the the Jat agitation at that time, I've had students who are not just Jats. I've had Punjabi speaking students who would tell me, चलिए बहुत बढ़िया करा, पर क्या हमको कश्मीर में नौकरी मिलेगी? So the national issues are not resonating in Haryana.
Did you see a sharp Jat, non-Jat divide? Let's be very
Yes.
clear. Is that divide sharpened after 2015 and the riots that took place in 2016?
Rajdeep, let's go back on what happened in 2014 when many rallies, especially with VK Singh and the Prime Minister, were taking place in Haryana, where they wanted to get the Jat vote, especially to the ex-serviceman vote bank. Who was projected? And I'm just talking about caste lines here. Who was projected? Captain Abhimanyu in a rally in Meham, where Amit Shah was standing, put Captain Abhimanyu right in front of him, and he spoke to the Jats directly, and he said, "This is your next chief minister," because he wanted to woo the Jats. What happened was, 2 months down the line, he gave them an ML Khattar as a chief minister. So they felt a little slighted by that. And then you go on to the Jat agitation, which created such strong caste fault lines, especially where the agitation took place. What is going to be important right now is, I feel, now again, this is what I feel, is where possibly where the Dalits will vote, because usually what you see, the Jats and the Dalits have always made very strange bedfellows. I went into a Dalit colony, a Valmiki colony, while I was in Hisar and going up towards Sirsa. And Sirsa, you know what has happened after Ram Rahim. So I was trying to speak, they're not telling you where they'll go. So even though there's been no call from the Dera after the arrest of Ram.
There are some signs, Rahul Srivastav, that the BJP was worried about Haryana in a way that they were not about Maharashtra. Look at what they did in the last week in Haryana. They increased the number of rallies that the Prime Minister will do. Amit Shah also went to Haryana in a last-minute surge. Now you could argue the BJP always does that. They pump in as many resources, but there seemed something was not quite right. Did you get that sense that the BJP was not as confident about Haryana as they were about Maharashtra?
You see, Rajiv, if you compare Maharashtra and Haryana, both states the BJP went against the dominant castes, the Marathas and the Jats. But in Maharashtra, after the Maratha agitation, the BJP gave in to their demands. There were farmer protests, the BJP gave in to their demands. It brought in dominant Maratha families into the BJP fold. It did a lot to ensure that there is no great polarization of that dominant caste against the BJP. Whereas in Haryana, the Jats protested, the BJP didn't give in to their demand, and it hoped that that will increase the polarization, Jat versus non-Jats. No. When it came to ticket distribution, it gave 79% tickets to non-Jats. Where in a state where not just the Jats, but the Muslims and the Dalits, because of various reasons, have not been with the BJP, and they constitute some 49-50% of the state's population. And that's where lies the problem. As Preeti is saying, the Dera issue, Ram Rahim issue and others are boiling issues in Haryana which have really not been addressed.
But when we mention the Jat factor, we must also remember that in a Lok Sabha election just a few months ago in April and May, Jats resoundingly voted for the BJP. That's what the post-poll study done for Haryana suggests. It's not as if that the Jats did not vote for the BJP. In the Lok Sabha election, they were willing to look at the BJP. This time round, in October and November, things seem to be slightly different.
The only caveat I will add to that, Rahul, is, and I mentioned this about Chhattisgarh. Take a look at what happened in Chhattisgarh. In December, in Chhattisgarh, the Congress wins a virtual 3/4 majority. 5 months later, you have a general election. The BJP wins 10 out of 11 seats. What did the BJP do? They changed all their candidates. But still, the vote which had gone to the Congress shifted en masse to the BJP. We saw that in Rajasthan. Rajasthan, the BJP won 25 out of 25. In the Lok Sabha, in the Vidhan Sabha, the Congress won. You see, I think increasingly state elections are at times fought on local issues. While national elections have more presidential in nature, you vote for who you want as your prime minister. I think this distinction, and I know Gaurav Bhatia is going to get more and more anxious as we carry forward this discussion. Gaurav Bhatia, do you have any doubt at all that Haryana could be throwing up a surprise? Are you 100% sure, given the poll of polls and the polls that have come out so far, that Haryana is a one-way street?
Rajdeep, with utmost humility, I would say that the BJP is very sure of a resounding victory in both states. And come 24th of this month, as you are sure that you would be participating in the discussion that will take place, equally sure are we that the people of Haryana and Maharashtra will bless us with another chance to serve them. And what are the reasons behind that, Rajdeep? I will tell you. See, the opposition all throughout has been saying that what about the national issues? Why should they be discussed? One thing would be very decisively decided, that national issues taken in the interest of the country and national leadership is also relevant for assembly elections. And second, as we have been saying, double engine ki vikas ki gaadi. In both states and in Haryana also, we have Narendra Modi ji at the center and Manohar Lal Khattar ji at the state level, and who inspires confidence, who has given a clean government, because we should not forget that the erstwhile Congress government and their chief minister is actually charged of corruption, serious cases where Robert Vadra's name has also come.
Okay.
Third, people when they say that local issues have not been touched by our national leaders also, let me give you some examples. In Sirsa, when Narendra Modi ji addressed a rally, he spoke about better connectivity and infrastructure for Haryana. He spoke about the youth of Haryana and jobs for them, how there was a prevalent culture of parchi and kharcha. And now that has been completely eliminated, and the entire
Rajdeep,
process
okay, once again,
is
Gaurav,
more
we'll build on some
transparent.
of this. You know, the fact is, most people are watching, are messaging to say, ये सब ठीक है, number बताओ.
Number
know,
batao,
all
and
this
I'm
is
going to
well
give
and
also a response. When he says that Manohar Lal Khattar has an image of being relatively incorruptible, I'm going to tell you a story from 1993 of a similar BJP chief minister, equally dour, who was also seen as incorruptible. But please understand, in certain states like Haryana, where you only deal with government jobs, you need an element of getting the system oiled. That's how systems work. So the same leader who is seen as incorruptible as an advantage at times can also become a disadvantage. But I'm not revealing the numbers.
Okay, let's now reveal the numbers, because this is what everyone's been waiting for. I think it's time to put out the numbers, and then there's just so much more to talk about. And I guarantee to you, no matter what you're thinking, these numbers are likely to shock you. Rajdeep, will you walk with me to the big screen?
Why
Come,
don't you
go
go?
together. Come.
No, I haven't worn my footwear. So I'm going to leave it to you. I haven't worn my footwear today. You caught me there. Go ahead. Go with the numbers.
Okay, so here it is. Coming up on your screen right now, ladies and gentlemen, what every political pundit has been waiting to know for the last 48 hours. Here are the numbers of the India Today Access My India exit poll for Haryana on your screen for the first time. India Today, an Access My India project that the Bharatiya Janata Party is likely to bag between 32 to 44 seats. Hold that for a moment. I want to put this in context. Remember, in the last assembly elections, the BJP picked up 47 seats. 45 is the midway mark. So we're suggesting that the BJP is likely to end up less than a majority. There will be no clear government on the 24th of October. That's the prediction coming from Pradeep Gupta, India's numero uno cephalogist. It could go down to as much as 32. Remember, in the Lok Sabha elections, the BJP bagged 79 seats. 79 out of 90. That number could potentially come down to 32 to 44. Let's now come to the Congress being run, and we've had just so many phones from the Congress. I'm sorry we couldn't take any of your calls, but here are the numbers now on your screen. Bhupinder Singh Hooda could lead the Congress to between 30 to 42 seats, just 3 short of the 45 mark if they end up at the higher part of that range. 30 to 42, that's the range projected by Access My India and India Today for the Congress party, suggesting essentially that this is a neck-and-neck fight. The JJP of Dushyant Chautala between 6 and 10. Remember, a lot of the INLD cadre, a lot of the INLD voters, a lot of the INLD netas gravitated to the young, strapping Chautala leader, and he's done well for himself and for his party on the ground, projected to bag between 6 and 10. He'll be seeing these numbers and thinking, could I be the next Kumaraswamy? Can I do what the Janata Dal Secular did in Karnataka? See who gives me the better bargain. Can I be installed as Chief Minister? Others projected to bag between 6 and 10. Rajdeep, that is very, very, very interesting.
It is dramatic. It's not interesting, it's dramatic. I don't recall last when polls have shown such major variations, where one poll goes as high as 80, as you just put out, the other poll puts the same side at 32. And I think that reflects what happens in a small state. But when I look at the micro detailing, I think Pradeep has got the right trend. What is the trend? Polarization. The Jats have polarized and decided we will teach the BJP a lesson. Whoever we can get, whoever is there to support, we will support that candidate, whether JJP or Congress, who can defeat the BJP. And significantly, the Dalits have gone with them. 37% Dalits versus 30% for the BJP. 37% Dalits backing the Congress. So the Congress is going back to its old coalition of Dalits coming together with Jat, the strange bedfellows that Preeti spoke about. And remember, there are about 40 seats in Haryana where Dalits and Jats decide the election. No one can touch them if they come together. The only caveat I would add to Pradeep's list, and I think this is why he should worry a bit, is will the vote get split between the JJP and the Congress, or will the Jats consolidate on one side? If they do, the BJP is in trouble to the extent that they may not get the kind of clear-cut majority, Rahul, that they were talking about and which they have been enthusing about. And the story I wanted to give was the Shanta Kumar story. Shanta Kumar in the early 90s was seen like Khattar as a very incorruptible leader. He lost. Why? Because the Apple lobby turned against him, the various interest groups, government jobs. In Haryana, government jobs are the key. And the same government jobs are no longer coming through the usual routes. Please understand the Jats are angry, and never underestimate an angry Jat. The Marathas were placated, the Jats were not. And I think the BJP made a mistake.
Pradeep ji, आप हर बार ऐसे ही करते हो. Now between right now and the 24th, everybody in the India Today, Aaj Tak newsroom will have their hearts in their mouth saying, are we going to get this right or wrong? At this moment, the hot money is on Pradeep getting the numbers right. He has a fabulous track record. But you like high-stake poker, don't you? You know, you've gone out in a complete outlier. What is it that you've picked up which none of the other pollsters has? आप कहाँ पे हरियाणा में गए? वो कौन से हरियाणा में गए?
Axis My India always try and come out closer to the result. So that's why we say it's not exit poll, it should be the exact poll. Whether it's conservative figure or aggressive figure, I have no idea about it. Whatever is happening on the ground.
We'll be very measured about what we want to say tonight. We'll be far more enthusiastic, jumping around the screens, celebrating and distributing some kaju ketlis, but we'll do that on the 24th.
Because to be fair, Rahul, when you look at these numbers, it can go either way. If the BJP is on the higher end, the BJP
44.
will form a government with independents. If the Congress is on the higher end, they will form. I know you mentioned that Dushyant Chautala could be a Kumaraswamy. I don't think he has that option in Haryana. At the moment, he will have to go with one of the two big sides. Therefore, that number, whoever is on the higher end, and the governor will call presumably the party with the higher number of seats, the BJP can still form a government in Haryana.
What you can see very clearly, now let's just move the poll of polls data out because that's not so consequential. Let's focus on the India Today numbers. If you follow election polling and you study data, one thing becomes very clear. From the Lok Sabha elections to now, the BJP's vote share in Haryana has come down. I'll show you on your screen right now. The Bharatiya Janata Party in the Lok Sabha elections had 58% of the vote share. In the last assembly, their vote share was 33. Access My India is projecting for India Today that the BJP's vote share in this assembly election will only be 33%. That is 25% less than what they got last time. That's a critical marker that needs to be looked at.
Huge.
That's one. Let's look at the second. The Congress had 28% vote share in the general elections of 2019. That's only going up to 32%. So it's not as if the Congress has done much better than they would have imagined. And remember, it was only on the 4th of September, about 42 days ago, that Bhupender Hooda was sent to Haryana. Till then, Rahul Gandhi in all his wisdom thought that Ashok Tawar was the stallion who would lead his party to power. Do you believe, Pradeep Gupta, that if the decision to send Hooda to Haryana had been taken earlier, he could have mounted an even bigger campaign and a bigger fight?
Rajdeep, let me narrate a story here. See, when it comes to Haryana, you like it or don't like it, it's purely the caste politics play the big role. And when we say caste politics, I'll tell you, Jat plus Dalit plus Muslim contributes 50% population of Haryana. That's one factor. Now, among these, there are 55 seats which is sitting 40 percentage points of this combination. 55 seats out of 90 seats. 40%. I mean, lion's share, it's like this. And about 71 seats sitting where this combination is 30%. So that's the one story. Now the second story, in the context of general election, what you are referring to, see, there are 2-3 factors here. One is, this is the existing CM, Mr. Khattar, is a non-Jat CM. Secondly, while ticket distribution also, they felt ignored. BJP has given only 20 seats to the Jats as against 30 by the Congress. And there are about 30 Jat dominated seats. That's one. Two, now the most important thing here, had it been a bipolar contest between Congress and BJP, I can give on a stamp paper, Congress would have made, I mean, they would have formed the government. But here is the JJP, that is to be seen.
Going up from 5 to 14. That's a, you have to give Dushyant Chautala some credit. To be able to jump from 5 to 14 between the Lok Sabha elections to now is quite a substantial move. Ashok, what are you making of these numbers?
देखिए राहुल, सीधा इससे यही कंक्लूजन निकल रहा है कि जो जिस चीज़ों के ऊपर बीजेपी रिलाई कर रही थी वो फैक्टर काम नहीं किए यहाँ पे। और क्योंकि हुड्डा को बहुत कम समय में, कांग्रेस के अंदर एक प्रॉब्लम ये थी लीडरशिप इशू की, बहुत लास्ट समय में उन्होंने लीडरशिप डिसाइड किया और वो लीडरशिप हुड्डा का था। कुमारी शैलजा को प्रेसिडेंट बनाया, लेकिन हुड्डा क्योंकि एक रिजेंटमेंट थी बीजेपी के को लेकर के लोगों में, नौकरियों का मुद्दा था, कुछ एसडीओज गुजरात से भर्ती किए गए थे हरियाणा के अंदर, राहुल, और लोकल इश्यूज उसके ऊपर बीजेपी ने फोकस नहीं किया। नेशनल इश्यूज को मोदी हो, अमित शाह हो, तमाम लोग राष्ट्रवाद और 370 की बात करें, जबकि जाट कंसोलिडेट हुआ है वहां पर।
It's the vengeance of the Jat treaty.
To your question that you asked, had Hooda been given his head earlier, of course, it would have made a huge difference. You have given Bhupinder Singh Hooda, who was actually threatening to leave. Eventually, Rahul Gandhi made Bhupinder, he had resigned by then from the Congress presidentship. Sonia Gandhi and Ahmed Patel, who have a good network with, good relations with Hooda, put him in charge. Even there were question marks whether he was going to be given full freedom over tickets. There are about 15 to 20 seats where Hooda's people didn't get tickets, they went to the JJP. You see, Hooda at the end of the day sees himself as the ultimate Jat leader. The Congress it's staring them in the face. You don't empower a regional chieftain, you give it to Ashok Tawar, who struggles to win his own constituency.
Rajdeep, 1 second. What you are saying is not E is equal to MC square. It's the most obvious and basic thing that Ashok Tawar can't hold a political candle in front of Bhupinder Singh Hooda, and Rahul Gandhi can't understand that.
Rahul Gandhi felt that Bhupinder Singh, and look, this has not happened just now. Ashok Tawar was appointed, if we remember, before the 2014 elections. Ashok Tawar was not appointed now. He had a full 5 years, and they kept losing election after election. People kept telling Rahul Gandhi, maybe we need to get Mr. Hooda back. And he said no.
He didn't like Hooda's face.
Rahul Gandhi has strong likes and dislikes. In politics, you cannot function
but
like this.
Rajdeep, 1 second. Either you go out and score the match winning innings yourself. I'm Virat Kohli, I'll beat South Africa all by myself. Or you let Rohit Sharma do the job.
No,
he bats like a tail-ender himself. He doesn't want to give a proper batsman an opportunity to bat.
Look, Rahul Gandhi now at the moment I think is irrelevant to some extent, because I think what Bhupinder Singh Hooda is showing.
How is he irrelevant? Whose man was Tawar for the longest time?
Look,
and who thought that Tawar could fight a better campaign than Bhupinder Singh Hooda?
Look, at the end of the day, the point I made earlier, we saw it in Punjab. Captain Amrinder Singh almost left the Congress, threatened to rebel. He was made Chief Minister, the Congress won. Ashok Gehlot, last minute had to be sent to Haryana, to Rajasthan, he got them their state. Kamal Nath was sent 5 months before. This is the Congress party.
Moral of the lesson, Rajdeep threatened to rebel. Threatened to leave the party, then the grand old party is shaken out of slump.
But you know, I'm sure, Shankar, you've seen this for years with the Congress party. This is a party which is run from Delhi. Now, we are not saying the Congress party is winning. Let's be very clear. But at least they are giving a fight, which is exactly the opposite of what happened in Maharashtra.
I disagree with Rajdeep on few things. I want to disagree. You see, Gupta ji's results are saying that the Jats, Muslims and Dalits have voted in a particular way. That there is a very acute polarization in which they have voted. What it means is that the Jats have voted tactically like Muslims and Dalits used to, that whosoever can defeat the BJP, we will vote for them. Now, if that is the theory, then I will borrow what Preeti had said in a program just half an hour back, that the Congress actually is winning despite the Congress. The vote would have gone to anybody but the BJP, and they have voted in that direction because, 1 minute, Rajdeep, the Chief Minister was always a Jat, predominantly a Jat. The Jats want their Chief Minister back, and that's why his results are showing a tactical voting has happened, not for the Congress, but against the BJP.
Let me give you, and that's what I wanted to bring Shankar in. Let me give you the contrast between Maharashtra and Haryana. Maharashtra also has a dominant caste, the Marathas, in fact 31%. The Jats are only 25 to 27%. But but Fadnavis reached out to them. Khattar, on the other hand, was convinced either on his own or by the BJP High Command that you are the leader of the non-Jats. If I look at the numbers, the Sainis are voting in large numbers for the BJP. The Gujars are divided, but the Brahmins have voted in. So the upper caste and the OBCs and the Sainis have stood by the BJP. The Jats, the SCs and the Gujars have gone to the Congress. Is it, the dominant caste theory? You placate the Marathas, you forgot to placate the Jats.
There's an economic context here, Rajdeep.
This is assuming Pradeep's numbers are right, huh?
Yes. if you look at these numbers, there is one thing that we must go back in history. There were 3 major Kisan agitations in India. 3 major land-owning castes went and agitated for quotas. Jats, Patels and Marathas.
Exactly.
The Patels got last-minute placation in just before the Gujarat poll. The GST issues were sorted out. Gujarat was rescued by Narendra Modi. In Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis has been smart enough to walk across the aisle and placate the Marathas. In Haryana, for reasons best known to the party, they did not reach out to the Jats. And given the statistics that Pradeep Gupta has put out here, the number of seats dominated by the Jats and the Dalits and Muslims when they come together, this is nothing. If these results play out on 24th as Pradeep Gupta has predicted, this is nothing but hubris of the worst order for BJP. They should have seen this coming. There are 2 issues here. Industrial jobs in Haryana have been depleting. Government recruitment has come down. Third part, viability of agriculture has been hurt. And so all of these also play out. See, the Jat is not just a caste. It is your identity in that state. It is your sense of being important politically and economically.
But I, my only sense is I don't believe the BJP didn't know this. The BJP at the end of the day is a party with its ear to the ground. आप मुझे बताइए अशोक, क्या कभी बीजेपी ने सोचा था कि कहीं ना कहीं डेप्यूटी चीफ मिनिस्टर तो कम से कम जाट कम्युनिटी से आना चाहिए? कई नाम आए थे पहले भी, लेकिन किसी को बनाया नहीं. इस बार भी किसी को प्रोजेक्ट नहीं किया. क्या कभी बीजेपी ने कहीं ना कहीं एक जाट नॉन जाट राजनीति में कहीं बीजेपी फंस गई थी या सोच रही थी कि कहीं ना कहीं दोनों को किस तरह से समझौता कुछ हो पाए? क्यों नहीं हो पाया?
देखिए राजदीप, एक तो नॉन जाट कंसोलिडेट तो किया ही मनोहर लाल खट्टर आने के बाद बीजेपी ने, लेकिन क्योंकि चौटाला परिवार टूट गया था, ओम प्रकाश चौटाला, उधर अजय चौटाला, फ्रिक्शन हो गया था दोनों में, तो वोट बटा. उसके बाद कांग्रेस की स्थिति अच्छी नहीं थी, कांग्रेस में लीडरशिप डिसाइड नहीं किया था, तो बीजेपी ये एज्यूम करके चल रही थी कि जाट भी हमको वोट देगा, जो कि लोकसभा में भी देखा गया और पिछले चुनाव में भी देखा गया 2014 के जो विधानसभा के चुनाव थे. तो बीजेपी का कैलकुलेशन ये था नॉन जाट को कंसोलिडेट किया जाए और जाट डिवाइड हो जाएगा तो हमको फायदा होगा उसका. और दूसरा, जाट लीडर्स को इन्होंने शामिल भी किया. चौधरी वीरेंद्र सिंह कांग्रेस से आए थे, जाट नेता रहे हरियाणा के अंदर, उनको सेंटर में मिनिस्टर भी बनाया गया, उनके बेटे को हिसार से चुनाव लड़ाया गया, वो जीत रहे हैं, उनकी वाइफ चूचाने से चुनाव लड़ रही है. तो जाट caste equations को भी social engineering पूरा करके
why
चल
are the
रहे
Jats so angry? Why Preeti are the Jats so angry with the BJP? What is it that is it the fallout of the riots? Is it the belief that they cannot be ruled by a non-Jat in this manner?
Well, Rajdeep, even though they are 27%, but let's just look at the history of Haryana. It's been the most politically influential community. And what happened, like I said, in 2014, what happened? So the BJP, when they spoke to the Jats, they projected a Jat CM in Captain Abhimanyu. They went back on their words to the Jats and they made ML Khattar as their chief minister. Then the riots happened and then the community felt more isolated. However, I'd like to maybe, with Pradeep Gupta, and I'd like to point out the others, 6 to 10, are as important as the JJP here. And why I say the others are as important is because on the ground, Rajdeep, what I saw is that Mr. Hooda, who's such an astute politician, because you can make that out, is trying to do a BJP on a BJP. So a lot of these others are in places who are standing as independents but are from the Congress. Now I'll give you an example.
So even JJP, many of the JJP candidates from Hisar, now we don't know where they're winning, are actually congressmen who are denied tickets.
But Rajdeep, not popular. Where a Jat, so where in on seats where the Congress is not popular, which is possibly, let's say, a Punjabi-speaking area. The Congress is I remember, and it is quite funny because, while Motorcycle Diaries, my show, we were going on, we saw a rally, let's say, we were in Rohtak. We saw a rally of, so the contest in Rohtak is between Grover and Batra. Both of them Punjabis in part Jat-dominated Rohtak. So I went to Batra's rally, and who's from the Congress. I saw a lot of people there. It's bizarre because the next day I was in Haryana, in Rohtak, and I saw the same people campaigning for an independent without the Congress jhandas. So what is also happening is that he's trying to work the caste metrics exactly how the BJP did on certain seats, and I think maybe Pradeep Gupta can come in on that.
Yeah, Rajdeep, see, it's like this. Why BJP continue to, play with the non-Jat CM and, have faith in him is very simple. in 2014 assembly election, BJP secured 33% vote share, which is the case in our poll also this time. But what was the difference? Difference was Congress was 21% and NLO was 24%, meaning 45% vote share between these two. 45% between NLO and Congress, sharp divide. In 2014 general election also the same, BJP secured 35% vote share and these two parties 23% and 24% respectively between Congress and NLO. What happened with 33% vote share, BJP got 47 seats last time. 47 seats last time. They were hoping the same divide this time also, and they try and avoid the tactical voting. They say it's not practical, though it's very easy to say that across the community.
Is it so easy that a 58% vote, Rahul pointed to a 25% swing away?
Yeah,
I mean,
you
are we
point out
saying Lok Sabha, the same voter who has gone and voted for Narendra Modi just 5 months ago has suddenly decided mujhe khattar ko nikalna?
No, Rajdeep, let's get the math right. When you drop from 58% to 33%, you're losing almost 40% of your base.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I know Ashok Malik just joins us. Ashok, you missed the stunning findings of this poll. Are you surprised that in the space of just 4 to 5 months, there could be such a big swing that a party that swept all 10 seats, 79 Vidhan Sabha segments, 58% of the vote is now struggling for a majority?
If these numbers are correct, obviously the Jats decided to give Modi a chance at the national level, but there was a great anti-incumbency among Jats, if these numbers are correct, and they decided to vote strategically and just defeat the BJP and defeat Khattar in each of those.
No, but does it also demonstrate, Ashok Malik, a sense of complacency that the BJP thought post these 79 seats in the Lok Sabha elections, when you convert Lok Sabha into assembly, it's 79 out of 90, that this is now, in the bag. We may lose a few,
they
we
may
may
well
not
have
get
thought,
79.
if these numbers are correct, they may well have thought that those elections were only 3 months away. So to some degree, you will take a huge advantage for granted, given the state of the Congress. So that could, if these numbers are correct, that complacency could have happened to anyone. And the degree of the Jat anger may have been
and this is when, and let's not forget that, Rajdeep, this is when the Congress hardly fought on the ground. This is not because the Congress, Ashok Singhal, fought a valiant campaign and they were out there. Huda had 40 days to fight, to mobilize. Before that, he wasn't even.
He claims he was finally given पूरा कमान मुझे 20 दिन पहले दिया गया. 3 हफ्ते थे मेरे पास.
दूसरा राजदीप, बीजेपी ने बहुत पहले से कैंपेन कर दिया. उनकी लीडरशिप डिसाइड थी. मनोहर लाल खट्टर मुख्यमंत्री थे. अगले
वो यात्रा
पे चले गए थे. गांव-गांव, शहर, हर जगह जा रहे थे. विधानसभा पूरी कवर कर ली थी 90. और उसके अलावा टिकटों का भी ऑलमोस्ट ये लोग डिस्कस कर चुके थे. लेकिन कांग्रेस में इनको पता नहीं था कि कौन लीडर होगा. हुड्डा, शैलजा, 2 लीडर रखे गए. कौन लीडर है मुख्यमंत्री का अभी भी डिसाइडेड नहीं है. और दूसरा, अशोक तंवर ने पूरा बगावत की, पार्टी छोड़ी, एलिगेशन लगाए, कैंपेन शुरू नहीं किया गया था. तो तमाम तरह की प्रॉब्लम्स थी.
पर उसमें मुझे लगता है हुड्डा को सिंपैथी भी मिली. The Jats are very strange. And this is what Huda told me. He said, Dipinder was defeated, remember, in a postal ballot in Rohtak. The Bhupinder Singh Huda was defeated in Sonepat in the Lok Sabha. And many Jats said, yaar, ये गलत हुआ है. ये हमारे, and let me just bring in Gaurav Bhatia. He's been waiting. Gaurav, first reactions. Are you surprised, stunned? Are you going to have the last laugh?
Rajdeep, I was enjoying this animated discussion. And you know why? You people were discussing the BJP without inviting the BJP spokesperson to comment on the numbers. But there was so much to absorb. And I must say that I have noticed how Pradeep ji worked very hard. And he was very emotional after the 2019 general elections results came. And I thoroughly respect his hard work and the results that you are showing. But let me also very confidently say a few things. The next government would be formed by the BJP. Manohar Lal Khattar ji will be the CM. Third, we will have more seats than last time. And I will tell you, the Congress and the JJP will be decimated. And tomorrow I'll give a break on your channel. And I'm sure that there would be somebody from the BJP day after tomorrow. And we will have the last laugh.
Gaurav Bhatia, all of this is being recorded. You may have the last laugh.
Rahul Kanwal tonight, because
You may have the last laugh. All is being recorded.
I know it's being recorded. And I'm telling you that, yes. And Rajdeep, one more thing. I will tell you that at least for 48 hours, you have given smiles to those who have been very, very, sad and in pain.
That is true.
So
Well,
at
sahi hai.
least
Bilkul
somewhere
sahi.
you have
No,
balance.
Rajdeep, I don't agree with this. One second. Gaurav Bhatia, I don't agree with this at all. Because what is the message that goes out? If this exit poll is correct,
Yes.
the message that goes out is Rahul Gandhi should quit politics ASAP. And I'll tell you why that's the message. 1 second, sir. That's the message because he backed Ashok Tawar. In his political wisdom, the genius of Rahul Gandhi thought that Ashok Tawar could be as good, if not better, than Bhupender Hooda, that Ashok Tawar was the man who could lead the Congress. If this exit poll comes out to be correct, it demonstrates once again to the people of India, to the voters of the Congress, and to anybody who cares about politics in this country, that Rahul Gandhi understands not the P of politics. He needs to go. If this exit poll is correct, Rajdeep,
He's already gone.
He needs to go forever. He should give up politics.
No, look.
He doesn't understand the P of politics if this exit poll is correct.
Look, I think, let's be very clear. Rahul Gandhi's leadership was tested and found wanted in the Lok Sabha.
He should go forever.
Whether he goes forever is his choice. What is very clear?
No, how is it his choice?
What is it? Because that's
There's
the way
a
the
buzz.
Congress.
There's a buzz that Rahul Gandhi is actually coming back as
Yes,
Congress
there is.
president.
There is a buzz that he may come back in November.
With these numbers, if it is correct in favor of Congress, then he'll get a lease of life.
How
No,
will
he
he
doesn't.
get a
It's
lease of
actually
life?
the other way
It
around.
actually demonstrates.
actually the other way around, but
That's
let
what
me say-
Congress think tank.
Let me say one thing. What it proves, I think, is that increasingly Indian politics is fought at two levels. One is the presidential national level. One is through the prism of state politics. The BJP we saw yesterday in Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis has done a remarkable job. Just think if the BJP did not have an effective chief minister in Maharashtra today, they may not have done as well as our
I
poll
think
is
something
predicting.
very interesting is happening. I just want to tell you one thing. Just a little bit of behind the scenes action which would be interesting. Usually, Congress leaders run away when they see an exit poll. They disappear, their phones are off, they're watching, but they're not coming on TV. After a very long while, we actually received a call once this poll went out from Deepinder Singh Hooda that he wanted to come live on the show. That's like
He's
a
welcome.
Jat leader. He's welcome. Not just is he welcome, then when the OB reached over there, the father said, "Main baith jata hu." So we're going to have Bhupinder Singh Hooda joining us in a short while from now. This is interesting.
Gaurav Bhatia ji was
Rahul,
referring.
See, Gaurav Bhatia will be bringing an extra Kaju Ketli on the 24th if the poll is wrong. So all your friends in the BJP who were cheering for you when you were showing Modi ji win, they're all going to be coming.
But Rahul, to just take this point forward, you're finding in state election, look at AIDMK, DMK.
Rahul, can I come
in all these state elections, the BJP, where it has had a strong state chief minister, has benefited. Where their chief minister has been found wanting, Mr. Modi, however popular he is, there's only so much he can do. When there are local issues, Haryana has the third highest, correct me if I'm right, rate of unemployment in the country. Haryana, as Shankar pointed out, has serious crises today of government recruitment, industrial slowdown. All the areas around Delhi are part of Haryana. The Gurugrams, the Faridabads are all hit by industrial slowdown.
I'm being told that Bhupinder Singh Hooda is about to join us in just a moment from now. He's been chief minister for 3,329 days. It's a long stint as chief minister of Haryana. He had barely 40 odd days to mount this campaign. And now, within a short span, he's actually been able to inject some life into a moribund Congress. The Congress were dead and out in the Lok Sabha elections.
Bhupinder Singh Hooda comes to Central Hall of Parliament every afternoon. Rahul knows. He comes around 1:30, chats with everyone, goes back home, has a snooze, very good tennis player. He's a very talented sports person. You might have seen him a couple of times watching Wimbledon semi-finals, finals. He's that old style neta. He likes a darbar around him. Ashok will remember also. But he found himself isolated in this new Congress. You keep mentioning Rahul Gandhi. I think there's a problem because you all share the same name. So this is what Rahul was saying. But look, the problem, I'll tell you what the problem with Rahul Gandhi.
It's a basic question of whether the man
Rahul
understands
Gandhi,
politics or not.
yes, Rahul Gandhi feels that the Hudas of the world represent a certain old guard. You know, that this is not the way politics is to be. I want to see around me people who are technocrats, who are far more familiar with technology. Up now, Bhupinder,
No, he brought Mohan Prakash.
But
We saw
Bhupinder Singh Hooda can tell you about Gram Panchayats in Haryana. He can tell you is Gram Panchayat.
No, Huda is Sharad Pawar, the earlier avatar, who knew every village and every hectare of Maharashtra. So the intimate knowledge of the state, it cannot be taken away from Huda. Similarly, the issue whether Rahul Gandhi goes or not, I'm sure the BJP has a view on it that he must stay because
so let's
he's
take a
been
quick
the
break.
mascot.
Bhupinder Singh Hooda will join us when we come back on the other side. Former Chief Minister. Soon after that, we'll have Deepinder Hooda watching. There's obviously a lot of celebration over there. Let it not be premature celebration, because remember, this poll still suggests that the BJP is in the lead. You know, one second, BJP is actually far closer, but just the fact that the Congress is getting more than double-digit seats.
And as we know from states like Goa, even if the Congress has more seats, please understand, BJP knows how to form a government. And Haryana is not very far from here. Our friend Ashok Singhal knows kahan. Ashok, रात में क्या होता है हरियाणा में हम जानते हैं.
You know, so it's that thing कि कुछ भी हो जाए exit poll में आएगा तो मोदी.
Final
caveat. No, one second. We need to take a break.
Final caveat. Haryana is the state where one MLA changed party 3 times in a day and gave birth to the idea of Ayaram Gairam.
entire party moved out. Bhajan Lal's party.
One point is that Mr. Bhatia, Gaurav might have said that tomorrow this may happen, that may happen. We have the advantage of saying Mr. Gupta went wrong. He doesn't.
No, you can't bask in the glory and take a lot of the credit.
No, that's very clear. The rules are very clear.
Come on, that's unfair.
If we get it right, we take the credit. If we get it wrong, he takes the blame.
No, we take part responsibility for it. You can't leave the poor guy out. And in the promo say, oh, we got it right. Run on the channel throughout the we got it right. If we get it wrong, we get it wrong. Hey, we're slipping into a break. When we come back, we'll just do a quick tech check with Bhupinder Singh Hooda, former Chief Minister of Haryana. He's, he's very keen on coming on our show, and you can imagine why. We'll have him with us. Let's see if he's celebrating or wanting to hold back that celebration for a while. This is a fascinating hour of political coverage, and it continues on the other side. Stay with us.